Hey there, welcome to the Lumiere channel. It's me, Luce. So welcome to your June 22 and 23 guidance, your daily guidance for June 22nd and 23rd. Okay, so let's get right into it. Move this here for ease of shufflation. Okay. Okay, these just flipped out. They're like in the deck. I like this. I've gotten this message myself. At the bottom of that is lay a heart in reverse, so that's nice. Not. I'll take it. I shall. We have two main players here. I recently rebonded with Serendipity in reverse, and it was good. I liked it. I think for today, the guidance is that even though sometimes we think that certain things, okay, this is good. That's really good. Sometimes we're guided. It feels like we're guided to do certain things, right? It was a really great opportunity. I'll tell you a story, which is better, which is exactly what this guidance is. I don't know how to explain it in not this story. When I was in my business, I think it was second year, third year, I don't remember. I think it was in the second year. I went to this conference, and I'm very particular about the money that I spend in my business because it's not cheap, right? Business expenses are a real thing, and if someone's asking you to spend hundreds of dollars or thousands of dollars, like, you're gonna think about it, right? So I'm very I have all sorts of buyer's remorse. So I was at a conference for speakers and coaches, very intimate, and the leader of the conference at the end of the day debuted their program, and it was perfect. I fit every single category. It was absolutely perfect for me, and I've never felt so aligned for a program in my life. I'm like, this is great. This is the thing that I've needed. I have everything they're asking for. I don't need any of the other sort of auxiliary help that they offer. I just know that I'm perfect for this. I felt at peace with making this option, and they said, just write your name down and we'll hold a spot for you. You don't have to pay. But I ended up paying, and someone was like, oh, you don't have to pay. You don't have to pay. They don't need your money right now. You can just sign up. And I was like, yeah, I know. I want to pay because this is such a great opportunity. Like, this is an amazing, it fits me like a freaking glove. So I paid. They withdrew the money right away, and I was super excited. We had an interview. The first interview, it went okay, but during the interview there was like, I had a feeling. I was like, this is weird. I wasn't working with the person I thought I'd be working with. I was working with another person who I wasn't too keen on. And there was just this vibe that this person had. I'm sure they're a decent person or whatever, but like with me and them, they were just in a really, really off vibe about working with her. So we had the interview, and then I got an email the next day or a couple of days later for our next interview saying, blah, 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 whatever. So I show up, it's just her. It wasn't her and the other person. And she goes, so last time we spoke, you told me this. And I was like, no, I didn't say that. I said that I wanted to do this. I didn't say that I had done this. And then you asked me a question about how I would handle this type of situation. And I answered it in the way that I would like to handle that situation and how I would work with this company that she said I had worked for. Keep keep with me. Keep with me. Keep with me. Okay? She believed she had asked me a question during that first interview about, where I see myself in 20 years. In 20 years I had said I want to work with this really, really big company as partners. And she said, "Oh, in what capacity?" And I said, "Leading certain programs with them." And from that, she must have misheard my whole story about how I want to work with them in the future, and how I would develop a certain program. And it was really well thought out because, duh. So then she goes, "Oh, well, you had said that you had worked with this company." And I was like, "No, I didn't, because I haven't. It's not even on my resume. It's a dream of mine, a goal of mine too, because that's what you had asked me." And she goes, "Okay, well, you know what, we're just going to go in a different direction. I don't think basically she said, we don't want to work with you." And she canceled everything. She's like, "We'll refund you your money, blah, 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 blah." And I was like, wow. Luckily, I had a call with my coach, my personal coach, right after that call, because that was a huge, huge hit. Stay with me. We're still here. Huge, huge hit where I was just like, this felt so right. It's one of those moments where something felt so right. Maybe even someone felt so right. So right. How could it go so wrong? How could you have been rejected? You know? Like, how did it work out not in the way that you wanted it to? Not even wanted to, how you hoped it would, how it felt like it would have. How could this opportunity have come right in front of you that you were perfect for, and yet it fell through in a horrible, horrible way? Luckily I had a call with my coach after, like I said, and she, talked me out of that funk because I was emotional. It was one of the moments that I asked one of my spiritual mentor, another person. I was like, what is up with these moments in life where you get these amazing opportunities that feel like they're just tailor made for you, and then they just fall fucking through? Like, why do we get that? How can you then trust your intuition in the future? If your intuition felt like this was so right, and yet it went so badly, how can you trust your intuition in the future that the decision you're making is actually the right decision for you? Well, today's guidance harps on that in a major way. It actually not answers it, but it more so addresses it than offers an answer. Serendipity in reverse is this entire story that I told you. It basically tells a story of where you thought something was made for you, but it did not work out. By the book, to me, tells me a story of following along, keeping going, taking a step at a time. In this scenario here, it has a different message, something that's more in tune to the actual card itself. But from what I'm getting here with these two showing up as guidance, it says that for those decisions, those choices, those intuitive hits that you really believed were it and were meant to lead you to something greater, and they fell through, those were still experiences that were meant for you, just not in the way that you thought or believed or felt. And it's really hard actually to convey that and to say that, because sometimes we really, really believe that certain things are supposed to work out a certain way. It's just that experience, that opportunity, that moment was, you weren't wrong in taking that chance, taking that leap. It's just a part of, it doesn't go in the story the way you thought it would. However, it is a part of your story. Okay? It is a part of your story. It is a part of your path. That Jesus was meant to be crucified, if you want to think of it that way. When you think of the Son of God, you think of the Savior, this person who's supposed to sort of live forever and do all these things and be great, not someone who's meant to be crucified at the end of the day. But that, in and of itself, it was something that was meant to happen. in order for what happened after to happen, you know? And I'm not trying to say that every bad thing is meant to happen. No, what I'm saying is those moments where it just, you begin to doubt your intuition because it led you astray. It didn't. It just led you through something that didn't work out the way you hoped or thought it would. But even in that, it was still, I suppose, for you to experience. It was still for you to gain from. And what it is may not be something that you see immediately, but it's something that will affect and has affected you going forward. So I would say today your guidance is to keep going, and what I keep seeing is someone walking on a pavement and tripping on like a rock or a raised part of the pavement. You keep going. I would say the message is to keep going, in spite of and with regard to what has or hasn't happened, what has or hasn't come through. It's to keep going and to continue attracting what is yours. The funny thing about this is it's similar to the calling in your soulmate card that we got yesterday, in that it's a calling. It's not an arrival, it's a calling. The book talks about, the general oracle reading talks about it talks about the laws of the universe, the laws of the world, laws of known and even unknown. There's law of attraction, law of alignment, law of, peace, or law of least. Oh fuck, girl, I just broke my fucking pencil. How did that happen? Laws of physics, laws of pressure. But there are certain laws in this world, and you gotta do things normally. But to me, it feels like it's a keep on going. With whatever's going on in your world, whatever isn't working out in the way that you thought, keep on going, because the story is not finished yet. Okay? So keep on going, babe, and keep your light on, as usual. Bye. Good luck. Oh, can't believe I broke my whole pencil.